Happy full moon eclipse in Scorpio, magicians, high priests, high priestesses, kings and queens. I'm your jester, and this is your highest court with the messages or a message from spirit. We're up about a mile high. This is your mile high priest ready to preach. As I just said, the full moon eclipse, full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio just apexed about 30 minutes or so ago in the final minutes of the 14th degree. So very close to a world point. This is a very exalted, auspicious timing for a eclipse. So there could be things that are being wiped out, things you're wiping out, but also in that you're gaining a lot of clarity and making or taking decisive action, or about to make those qualifying decisions that will either impart things, ideas, styles of being, certain personalities and people, either out of your life or part them into, bring them into your life. With that said, I have been extremely busy, but I managed to get away. I did a pre-shuffle, which does bring us to the Egyptian Tarot. We have Isis Unveiled, which can be attributed to the Venusian Empress in the original Tarot. As you can see, or if you can't see, it is Arcanum 3, and it is ruled by the sign of Libra. And we have the Horseman of Scepters, or Knight of Wands, which in this case is referential to Aries, but more so it is thoughts of business that are advantageous to you, whoever I'm reading for. And this third card we have here is the Seven of Coins, which is guided by Sagittarian energy. In this case, the seven and the combination of the suit of coins and the seven, it is bringing up a lot of qualities of Gemini and Mercury. We do have Mercury retrograde currently, but that doesn't mean you can't take action. I was going to talk a little bit about that. A lot of astrologers, depending on which astrologers you listen to or which astrologer you follow, some are a little bit more ominous in their regards to Mercury retrograde. But if you've made a decision prior to Mercury retrograde and you have to make a decision during Mercury retrograde, that's fine. You can also have Mercury retrograde in your natal chart, which means if you were born under a Mercury retrograde phase, this is an auspicious and very good timing for you, in the case that you are probably more active and more decisive than you normally are. Again, mostly you are sort of warned, for lack of a better word, to be cautious about buying things like electronics, but that doesn't mean that you will, that doesn't mean everyone will face troubles with these things. Anyway, Mercury is a sign of mercantilism, or mercantile and merchants, and therefore transactions and transactionary types of situations. So you could be in the midst of drawing up a contract. You could be in the midst of making a decision to sign a contract. whoever I'm speaking to, this is actually a really, really good time for you to do that. And you may have already, psychically, with the crow being here, you may have already intuited that if you are having a little bit of trouble with making a decision, your advice is to come back down to earth to you, take some time to find pleasure in earthly type of, not necessarily pursuits, but perhaps pursuits, activities, and things like slowing down to eat, being more meditative in your day to day, hour by hour, in your courses of action. This could help ground you. You could be feeling very flighty or just up in the air, because I didn't want to pull this many for the pre-shuffle, but I'm also feeling very Scorpionic, which the moon is touching on all my Scorpio planets, and it is an eclipse. So like the portals are wide open, and I'm aligning these messages properly is how I feel. So I want to get as much of a positive yes to you. You yourself could be in between realms and in between worlds. You are bringing light to a certain situation. But again, if you're having a little bit of trouble, if you're feeling not so grounded, if you're feeling anxious, it's fine. It's okay, right? Like, just don't, the advice there is to not allow that anxiety to creep up into the mind too extremely, and don't change your mind. You've already made a decision. Perhaps you've already made several decisions with the Two of Wands. And so stick to it, right? Like, if these are positive decisions that you've made, that are for the greater good, the greater good of all involved, especially you, then this is good. This is great. If you're feeling a little blocked, again, take some time out to feel yourself, dance, meditate, yoga, eat, taste and eat, and just be well, treat your body well, be as healthy as you possibly can so that you can activate that intuitive sense. We do have the animal as a form of grounding. We have another, I believe it's a crow, in the Four of Wands. So I didn't mean to pull another card, but why wouldn't I pull the Four of Wands? Definitely stay in your clarity of mind, okay? You want clarity of mind at this time. You want to stay clear in the mind. You want to feel your body. You want to feel in your body. You want to feel the presence. You want to see the future. You want to know the past and leave the past in the past. You want to make decisions so that you can take that decisive action. You are probably getting a good resounding yes or positive affirmation about a business pursuit. This is great. This is for you for good. It does, again, the Seven of Coins alludes to intuition, so alongside the crow, and in summary, alongside the Empress, or Isis unveiled, you're ready to, like, your soil is fertile. So start taking those steps towards the bigger action, right? Don't rush, don't negate, and don't push the other party or other parties, or, the other persons involved. Don't push them too much. Push yourself to take small steps. Be more grounded. Align yourself with qualities of the masculine Taurus energy. The sun is in Taurus, so that is a good balancing act that you can play with. But really, with the Isis Unveiled, or the Empress, as it's known traditionally, you are advised to be clear in all aspects of you. So in your body, in your emotions, in your mind, and in your actions, along with the soul. The soul is calling you. Okay, I just did a reading earlier this week, and it was generally overseen by Lady Isis with the magic and ritual card. And here it is again. Okay, one way that you can meditate, or perhaps you already did all this and this is your magic coming through. Okay, you did a great job, so don't negate any of that again, and don't question yourself. Your magic is truly working. Okay, if you need to make a small change in your rituals, like just do small little changes, incremental changes, but just know that your magic and your practices that you undertake to create your magic and to do your magic, that they are working. Okay, we're gonna do a Moonology spread. Hopefully, I don't think I'm ever talking too fast, but hopefully I'm talking fast enough so that this message doesn't go too long. Okay, let me at least get the Moonology out. Okay, let's do a shuffle. Very nice. Scorpio. There we are. Friend, foe, or feather, if we rode to get there, I'll give my gift to you in all kinds of weather. If not now, not ever, please do not go. Hands over your eyes, in all of your size, is it the right time for the game we play? In all kinds of weather, if not now, not ever, this is the right time for a holiday. I had this song chosen, these song lyrics from You Came to Me. They're very fitting for the spread we just drew and the pre-shuffle. So that, I believe that is a message from your animal spirits, your guides, or the divine, whoever you choose to acknowledge at the time. They do want you to stay in your magic, especially with the new moon. A new start is coming card. You are very much in your craft. Your magic is working. I'm smiling because I feel great for you. I also acknowledge that your magic is working. Your manifestations are working. I also know that it is hard to stay in alignment with positive thinking and optimistic thinking. But if you are able to remain in that, that's the one last straw. Okay, that's the straw that'll break the camel's back. So don't let it seep away from you. Stay, like I mentioned, staying in good health, good spirits, dancing, singing, movement, physical activity if you can. grounding, getting out in nature, taking walks, a gratitude practice, even if it's just for a whole week, where you write in your journal every night of what went well and what you're grateful for. Or if you wake up in the morning and you simply say a prayer to whoever, whatever power that you may acknowledge, thank them for waking up another day, and thanking them for what you have, whatever it is that you may have, whether it's small, big, a lot, or little. You're doing a great job. Okay. The new moon in Taurus will be a great time to work more magic. It'll be a great time to align your goals and plans and start to revise where anything is going a little off. Okay. Also, did I say yes earlier? Yes, this is the yes card. Okay. That's what's coming up. And I only wanted to pull 2 cards for what the full moon is beckoning from you, or asking you, or telling you, asking from you, or telling, or how it is talking to you. And we have the full moon in Gemini card, and the gibbous moon card. So the gibbous moon card is a very positive affirmation, but it is about staying grounded, and also keeping your mind clear through grounding and through healthy approaches, healthy alignment with good health. You also want, like I keep saying, you also want to maintain that positive attitude, perhaps, or just an optimistic, clear mentality. It does beckon. I have my notes here. Stay focused and on track. Okay. If you do need to make any adjustments, remember, slight adjustments, small incremental adjustments, whether it's to your daily activities, daily life, daily schedule, or your magical practices. Just small changes is fine, but your magic is working. Stay on track. The situation is very ripe. It's a ripe time. This is a right time for a holiday. This is a ripe situation. And like I said, don't push too hard. So the gibbous moon also wants to say, don't push too hard. Don't push the other party too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Just take small, active steps towards your manifestation. Like the soil that you have laid out until, like, and you're fertilizing, you're coming together with whatever you're manifesting. Okay, so there's not much you can do besides keeping yourself very, very healthy and just aligned in good health in all aspects. Okay, it's not just like, this is not about it's not about like a diet. Okay. But if you need to like detox, or like do a day fast, I don't know. I'm not going to give any type of advice like that. But my advice is to go do yoga or meditate, journal writing. Okay. That's what the gibbous moon calls for. The full moon in Gemini is that you may be also the way that you're talking to yourself could be it could be affecting your mind. So just speak to yourself in a loving and kind way. Okay. You are blessed. You're beautiful. You're blessed. You deserve the best. Okay. You are a magical being, and your magic is working. And as the saying goes, your word is your wand. So also, keep in mind that because you are very powerful and your craft is very powerful, you want to say the least. If you catch my drift, perhaps this is a message that always comes up in my readings, or in a lot of the readings that I do for you guys, is what I mean. Least said, soonest mended. But also in regards to your manifestation, talk less about what you're trying to create in your magic. Keep those vibrations safe and sound, and keep your craft clear of any wandering ears and eavesdropping eyes. You know, as I always say, the example that I always use is don't go posting on social media about what you are trying to obtain or acquire or accomplish, okay? Until you actually accomplish it, don't publicize it. Only publicize it to the people that need to know, like the loan lender or the real estate agent or or an actual true friend who is like assisting you and helping you. Like those hands and those ears should know, right? Other people, your 1,000 followers on Instagram don't need to know anything until it's in your hands. Need I remind you that it's a yes, a big yes, yes, yes. That's triple yes. a lot of tens, the tens as in numbers, a lot of 11s. Oh my God. And I was laughing, right? Because like the new moon in Scorpio card is here. And then also while I was shuffling, I caught a glimpse of the full moon in Scorpio card. So like I had to like go looking for it. But you can see that in the pre-shuffle. Or in the shuffle, I mean. It's time to release negativity. I'm sorry that it won't. Focus there. What the actual full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio is asking you to release and forgive is your lack of optimism. A lot of it is based on you looking back to past issues and things that have gone wrong in the past. But like I was reading that message earlier, right? If you go with spirit, if you stick to your magic, there is a gift awaiting you, okay? And earlier, I wanted to say, because the Two of Wands in the animal tarot is like it's so special to me, and I love that it showed up in today's reading because it's like there is this beacon of light. Oh my, so many sounds today. There's a beacon of light that is shining from the underworld, okay? And the blue jay, I've talked about it before. In folklore, the blue jay is regarded as the bird that helped to create the earth and also travels to the underworld and shines the light. And so the message that I wanted to give you is that I am your beacon. I'm very much in my scorpionic archetype, and my message to you is I am a beacon of light shining onto you from the underworld. And that is a message from Pluto, which is a message from the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, which is a message from the Scorpio energy, and which is a message from this entire pre-shuffle and actual moonology spread. Okay, luck is on your side. You should expect the best. You should stay optimistic. Okay, you're being asked by spirit to drop all your dark thinking. It affects your motives. It affects the actions you take. Turn to the light and turn to a goodwill. Turn to good practices like health, overall good health, and gratitude. Practice kindness. Practice speaking less and telling others less. Like stop telling others your story. Stop recounting your story. your whole this is a whole clean slate. This is the time when you can just wipe all of that slate and it be clean, like a whole clean slate. Okay, wipe the slate clean. And again, with the Isis unveiled, it's the marriage of the polar opposites. Okay, of when you think of polarities, you have positive and negative. When you think of the Two of Wands, you have heaven, hell, and then the third to create, like the Empress does, to create her reality, to create their reality, to create Earth. That's what the Two of Wands is, bringing the two polarities and marrying them and taking decisive action to create your heaven on earth. Okay, so the crow spirit wants to talk to you. The animal archetype wants to remind you that this is the lunar eclipse and the full moon. This is the full moon lunar eclipse in Scorpio, that the Buddha was enlightened during the time that Buddha was enlightened. And when he was enlightened, the story is said, or it is said that he roared like a lion. So perhaps you just need to let it all out and wipe that plate clean and know that your foundation is being set for beauty and magic, and you are a divine creator. Keep it so real, keep it very light, keep that knapsack light and tight. This is fun. We'll see you soon, okay?